Guys, quick question.
What's up?
If you guys were to get into the ring, box it out, who would win?
Me and Mason?
Yeah.
Oh, I would win. Unfortunately.
Yeah, you probably would. Well, okay, just boxing though, just
throwing
just
punches.
boxing.
Like you can't wrestle.
That
like,
that is
just
that is
throwing
different.
punches.
If it were
Oh,
MMA,
yeah,
if it were MMA
Yeah,
or any
'cause-
sort of like a fight.
yeah, he wins 100%.
I actually have like a hair's worth of jiu-jitsu experience. Have to
Not to brag on you, but I am a first-degree black belt in Tang Soo Do. Granted, I got that belt when I was like 14, but I mean, dude, you don't want to mess with the roundhouse kick. I'll tell you that.
gosh,
Yeah.
bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Founders Podcast. We are in the Bullstrap Lounge. You got Claudio, you have Mason, co-founders of Bullstrap. Welcome.
And
Actually, we have a guest. A guest host, appearance.
We almost didn't forget
We
that.
Yeah, I was just gonna leave it right there.
Yeah.
But
No, we've got a new addition to the Founders Podcast. We have another on the way, but first we have Sophia.
Hi, guys.
Sophia is our social media expert.
also happens to be my sister.
Yeah,
I am his sister.
also true.
The one and
Follow
only.
her on social media. She needs the help.
Yeah,
Big time.
so yeah, she needs
Yikes.
way more followers for sure.
My name's
But that's
Sophia.
it. Welcome, Soph.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. That's all you
new
get.
dynamic. We had to change. You know, add a little
Bit of spice.
Right, of course.
It just
A little
needed
flavor.
a little help, a little flavor, a woman's touch, if you will.
a woman's touch. That's right. So,
That's exactly right. Cool. All right. Well, let's hit it. This is the Founders Podcast.
Real quick, we're drinking Maker's 46 again. We were drinking it last podcast. It's too good to not go back to. So here we are. Cheers.
Cheers to us.
Boom.
Yeah.
So you're not drinking yet because you're
I am 20 years old,
boom.
so
And got coffee or water.
LaCroix.
LaCroix. So,
LaCroix.
okay, so
Got some bubbly water.
but out of the mug. I love it.
By the way, Sophie is also on our marketing team.
I am also single. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
But seriously though.
So, you guys, there were two huge fights that happened over the past couple weeks that had to do with social media people, which is like my specialty. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about the first big one, the Logan Paul versus MayWeather fight. I just want to get your thoughts.
Yep. So I had the privilege of going to the fight. It was really cool. It was
MIA, baby.
MIA. Yep, Miami. We wore some Bullstrap apparel. We'll just write it off, business expense. I'm just kidding.
Dude, those are the stomping grounds, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was actually it was really fun. I didn't realize it was in the Miami football stadium, like until almost the day of.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was in like some other.
Huh.
I should have.
I mean, I didn't know that until just now, so that's better than me.
Yeah, well, it was at Miami football. Dude, like,
Did they sell out?
I don't think so. If they did, it didn't look like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of empty.
I never saw it advertised as a sold out event, but we get there. We're in the third, like the upper level, but this is at the football stadium, so everything is covered except the field. But the ring is in the middle of the field. And so they've got all these chairs, like all the like most expensive tickets are there.
Right.
But they're not covered by the roof. And so here's like all the celebrities like coming in, getting their seats, whatever. And Florida being Florida, it just starts pouring rain. And so now there's like we're looking it up and going, these people paid like upwards of $10,000 for these seats and they're just getting poured on. So like we get there. People are all coming in. It starts pouring rain. They all leave. Like we're just like watching the ant show.
That's before.
It's, like,
that's before the fight.
fights. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Chad Ochocinco fought.
Because it also could have been a real possibility that like during the fight it just started raining.
Oh yeah. But well, the ring was covered, so the fighters were fine. But
How is that even possible?
they built like I don't
thing?
even know. Yeah.
But then how could people at the top see into the?
Well, because it's only directly above the ring. So that's why they couldn't cover the fans, because then it would block the.
Yeah.
But because it's basically just an open ceiling.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was oversight or just like a side effect of being in Florida, but.
Well, tell us more about the fight.
Yeah, sure. The fight was cool. I mean, we're
Actually, no, never mind. I want to hear more about the infrastructure of the Miami Dolphins stadium. Keep going with that. That was great.
Yeah, that was so I'm just kidding. Yeah, the fight was cool. It was surreal. Like there is this like, oh my goodness, that is Floyd Mayweather. Like there he is walking into the stadium.
You didn't have that feeling for Logan Paul though.
No, not really. Yeah, I mean I've met the dude before.
Logan?
Yeah, I've met Logan. I met him in LA.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so like and then again, he's a social media guy. It's a different.
Whoa.
Not to,
Hold up.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's different. Yeah, no, it was cool. They looked like ants compared to where we were sitting. But like on the screen, the atmosphere, kind of a disappointing fight in terms of the actual fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was great. It was a really cool event to be at.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, all that I was going to say is I don't know that I actually have any substantial thoughts on it other than I'm impressed that Logan Paul made it all 8 rounds, right?
8 rounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many are the, like...
Usually it's 10, I believe, for a championship boxing ring or round match event. I don't even know.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No, but I think I was just impressed with Logan being able to keep up. Like, that's not a small feat against Floyd Mayweather. Like,
Right.
the Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
does mean something.
Well, and that was kind of his saying at the end of the fight. He's like, I went 8 rounds with the Floyd Mayweather. Like, I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, and I think he's only been boxing for like 3 years.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Something like that.
I knew he would do well. Like, he's got that wrestler mentality, and he wrestled in high school. He's a big dude. Like, there's a lot of things that kind of... He's an athletic guy, but he was going up against Floyd Mayweather. There was no way that he was actually going to be able to beat the guy in a boxing match. I think if you look at the stats, he basically connected... I think it was something like less than 20% of his... Or around 20% of his...
Compared to Floyd's.
Yeah, he connected on like 40-something percent.
But
or
one thing
close to 50%.
I did see and kind of made note of was Logan threw like 3 times as many punches.
Yeah.
And so though he wasn't connecting, like in my book, it's like, well, the stats would say that Logan wanted to fight more.
And the stamina that it took
To
throw that many punches is not...
No
Yeah.
small feat. Yeah, it was sweet. Cool event.
Yeah.
Possibly the last time Mayweather will ever fight, which is wild. He said, well, although I think it's like the 3rd time he's said that, so who really knows?
He should have ended it with McGregor.
Yep.
That's when he should have called it a day. That's got to be the number 1 pay-per-view fight. Is it?
I don't know. Soph?
Look it up.
Beats me.
What's the other fight that you're talking about?
So the other fight that I am talking about is the one that happened the other day. It was the TikToker versus YouTube whole fight.
Mr.
Did
Hall.
you watch this?
I did watch it.
Did you watch this?
No.
Okay, I also did not watch it.
I
Did you watch
I
highlights?
could have gone. My buddy was like, yo, I have tickets. You want to go? And
I would have gone.
Really? You wanted to
You
see
should
it
have
that
gone.
badly?
Tickets were not that expensive.
I know, I just didn't really think about it. But if you gave me a ticket, I would have gone.
That's funny. Did you watch highlights or anything or no?
Yeah, I watched the highlights of the main fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who explained this to me because I like
I don't really
I'm
know a lot
disconnected
of
here.
the pre.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay, so listen. They had like honestly, a lot of the like some of the people I didn't even know who they were. Like I had never seen them before, and like I do YouTube and TikTok, and like for some reason I didn't recognize a lot of the guys, but they had like 6 and 6 or something from each.
Okay.
So
6 YouTubers.
Six YouTubers.
So 6 fights total then.
I think so.
I
Hang
did
on, let me
see. I saw that Tanner Fox like bailed out the day of.
Tanner Fox.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight.
No way, I didn't
and
know
like
that.
bailed because there's like a 17-pound weight difference or something. I don't know. It was a one headline I saw. It's like Tanner Fox bails out of fight or something.
So then there was only 5 fights. If he bailed out, I only watched like the 2 before the main one.
Okay.
Who was the main one, and why was it the main one?
Okay, the main one was Austin McBroom, who's the YouTuber, and Bryce Hall, who is the TikToker.
Okay.
Bryce Hall is like this famous TikToker. Do you know who Addison Rae is? Have you heard that name?
There's a reason that sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
She's
Shawty
like-
the baddest.
Addison Rae.
That's a song that became popular.
But she's like one of the most like famous social media people right now. He dated her. Bryce Hall dated her.
Is she a TikTok
She's
person?
a TikToker.
Okay, so Bryce Hall is also like a famous TikTok person.
Yeah.
Got
and
it.
then Austin McBroom is like a family vlogger. He and his like wife or fiance, I don't even know if they're married yet. They have 3 kids, and they like.
I hope he kicked the crap out of this Bryce Hall character.
No, okay.
Well,
let me give
he
you a
did
little.
win, but
Wait, who won?
McBroom, right?
Austin McBroom.
Wait, but you didn't want him to win?
I didn't want him to win. Listen,
He's a
let
family
me-
man with 3 kids,
No,
and there's this
No,
young.
no,
There's a
no,
young
no,
punk.
no.
You have
No, you have it twisted.
Yeah, no, you've got
Austin
and I would,
McBroom
is like the
is literally like when I tell you, like, I try not to hate people.
he's not a father figure.
He
I would
is
want my
the
kids
opposite
watching.
of a father figure.
Yeah,
He's
for sure.
Interesting.
not not a fan.
Wait,
I'll
so
say
he
that.
did win.
He did win because
And people
he's
wanted
huge,
Bryce-
and Bryce Hall is like a twig e-boy, and like Austin McBroom is like a huge like he had a lot.
What was
on him.
what was the weight difference? Do you know? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
They had to be similar. I mean, you can't just step into a. Well,
Yeah,
actually, people
they
are doing
were like
that now.
somewhat similar. McBroom was bigger, but also of the highlights I saw, the ref
okay,
was
it
way
was
too
only,
involved.
Yeah,
with-
it was only 2 rounds before he called it
Okay.
because like
somebody
Austin
get knocked
was
out?
like punching the crap out of
Bryce
Bryce
was getting,
Bryce could have kept going, and he like when he called it, Bryce was like, "What the heck? Like I could have kept going. Like why did you just call it?" But the ref called it after 2 rounds. It was kind of like
So
anticlimactic.
Bryce
Yeah.
was getting pummeled.
Yeah, but
Like, did it look unfair?
I mean, it's a TikToker versus YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like nobody really cared. Everyone
Yeah.
was just there for like.
No, it didn't. It didn't look like a bully scenario though. Like it wasn't a bully scenario.
Okay. How many followers does this? Not Bryce, the other guy.
Austin
how many
McBroom
does
on
he have?
YouTube, they have like
14 million or something.
subscribers. Yeah. They're called the Ace family, and he 19 million subscribers.
That's
something.
That's insane.
That is something. And then Bryce on TikTok has, let's see, 20 million subscribers or 20 million followers.
Okay.
Comparatively though, those aren't even remotely.
They're not.
The 19 on YouTube is so much bigger than
Yeah,
20
then
For
on
sure.
TikTok. Yeah.
But basically, like, yeah, Austin, not a great guy.
Yikes.
Okay, so like social media drama, basically like I don't know if this is true. Nobody does because like literally it's social media and like everything could be fake. But basically, people say that the reason why like Addison Rae and Bryce broke up is because Bryce cheated on her. So he could also be a piece of trash too. Nobody knows.
Good
Yeah.
reason. Good reason to break up with someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty solid.
That's
So
like.
they could both be awful, but I just
But if
Austin
we have to
is,
pick
if we have
sides,
to pick
right.
sides, I wanted Bryce to be like, and I think a lot of people felt that way too. Everyone was like, we know that Bryce is gonna lose. Like,
Yeah,
he's gonna
Bryce
lose.
was the underdog. That was how I felt with MayWeather, Logan Paul. Like, I didn't really want either of them to win, but I'm not a fan of MayWeather. Like, I'm just not, and I'm not a fan of Logan either, but Logan was the underdog, so I root for Logan.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't necessarily want you to have the platform, but I want the
I
underdog
wanted
story.
Bryce to win because I dislike Austin that much, but I
Okay.
knew he was gonna lose, and I think a lot of people felt like that too.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
yeah,
TikTok, social media, boxing is apparently the new
insane.
outlet for quick revenue.
Why is it boxing? That's what I don't understand.
Because-
I'm like, if you want to show who the superior human being is,
Yeah, but they
you
don't.
go into the
They
MMA.
don't
They
want
don't
to. care about that.
Yeah, Bryce Hall doesn't want to have his jaw broken for the sake of putting on a show.
Okay, so boxing is like kind of
Yeah.
the best thing that you can do that like protects the gold.
Yeah,
But also
we
kinda
can,
shows
Yeah, we
some-
can be the gladiator-esque feel, but without like.
Boxing's just boring, man.
Yeah, same. I agree.
I think
so much like if I probably wouldn't do a pay-per-view for one of those type like a social media fight, but if it was a UFC, like if it was McBroom and Bryce Hall in a cage
Yes,
with some like
please.
UFC, oh
Click.
yeah,
Take my money.
yeah, $80, you can have it.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah. They should transition this whole thing.
they should make it more aggressive.
Jake
more-
Paul-
I think it
Get
was
in the
more,
octagon.
It was the Pauls, like it was Jake and Logan that
Yeah.
basically started
popularized
all of
this.
the. Yeah, they've made
But
it.
now
a
it's. I
thing.
think it's gonna be here to stay.
I think it
they're
is
gonna-
too. Like they've made it a thing. Like social media people boxing. Now people are saying like it's a trend on TikTok right now that like famous TikTok girls are like, when are we getting in the ring? Like they want to do like a girls boxing version of like YouTube versus TikTok girls edition. Don't even.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You guys.
I'm
It would be entertaining. That's the whole.
It's
It would be. It
entertainment.
would be entertaining.
That's the whole thing. That's why they did this fight. They're
Sure.
not professional fighters.
Okay,
They would just
I
do
w-
girls versus girls because it would be really entertaining. I would watch that.
I'm really interested in how well this fight did pay-per-view wise.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know. I wouldn't think super well.
And it was the same night as like all those other fights. What were the fights that were happening? We had
Oh yeah,
where
there was
I
a
was, we
UFC,
had
UFC.
two,
UFC 263 or something.
Yeah, we were watching like the UFC
Mm-hmm.
fights on one TV and then the TikTok versus YouTube on the other one.
UFC is
solid.
so much better.
So much.
Yeah,
better.
yeah, but like
Also, just real quickly, because the production value, whoever was in charge of doing
Terrible.
the graphics work for the TikTok fight, you should be fired immediately. Dude, it was awful. Like, you could have put together a better, like, name tag to slide into the side of the video in, like, half an hour. It
Me?
was, yeah, you. And that, I know. And you'd have, like, no
I don't know what
Final
I'm
Cut
doing.
experience, anything. I was, like, blown away that it got cleared. It was bad. It was really bad. The production value,
Yikes.
yeah.
Well, lesson learned.
Yeah, that was my...
People watch.
That was the one thing that I saw. I was like, that's rough.
yeah. And honestly, because like they couldn't, I don't know what it was, like they couldn't like live stream it on like any channels or anything because like nobody's gonna pick up
no.
a TikTok versus YouTube fight, so they live streamed it, and it kept cutting in and out. It was like the worst. It was honestly awful because it wasn't on like a TV channel, like it was live streamed. Like I don't even know
through a
on what
server or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jake Paul fight was kind of like that. Well, it
You mean
actually
the Logan Paul fight?
no. Jake Paul and
Oh.
the wrestler. Why am
Yeah.
I forgetting his name?
Wow, why am I forgetting his name?
It'll come to us.
Yeah, it'll be there.
It'll be there eventually.
Give me one moment.
Jake Paul and whatever his name is,
Mm-hmm.
they tried to make that an entertainment. They tried to make that entertainment
Right.
more than just the fight. And they had Snoop Dogg and Justin Bieber
Mm-hmm.
and everybody in there, and it felt like they tried too hard, and it had the same effect. Like this comes off cheesy, like
Yeah.
it doesn't quite work.
Doesn't quite.
Like
yeah.
just give us the fight. This is what we paid for. This is what we want to see.
I will say, Migos walked out.
Yeah,
MayWeather.
that's-
It was pretty hype.
What's Migos?
Migos. Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Aww.
It's a rap group.
Oh, okay.
Pretty big hip hop.
Okay.
Raindrop.
Drop top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's Migos.
Wow.
Yeah. So you do know Migos, you just don't know Migos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Cool.
Yeah, they also, I'm pretty sure Migos was at the TikTok versus YouTube one. They had some pretty good performers too, because like some people care about the boxing.
Oh,
but
yeah. No one at the
nobody-
TikTok fight
Nobody at
really
that fight.
does.
They literally
No.
like a lot of people just wanted to go there to meet TikTokers and YouTubers.
That
Like,
would
nobody
have been
cared.
my only reason to
Yeah.
be there. Was like a
Ben
What's up?
Askren.
Ben Askren.
I had to look it up.
Yep.
But I got it.
He got it.
Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Who was a G? Everybody wanted him to win. I feel like of all the fights, Ben Askren was the one that you were rooting for to actually win the fight. Of all these that have happened,
Who won? Jake Paul?
yeah, Jake Paul kind of crushed him.
Oof,
Yeah,
that's a yikes.
kind of knocked his lights out a little bit. But.
Yeah. And Ben Askren was a wrestler, but he's kind of clunky. He doesn't look like a fighter, Ben Askren.
No.
And the only reason he did good in the UFC is because he could use
His groundwork.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's fighting.
There it is.
That's fighting
All right.
for you. That's what we know.
Like I said.
Yeah.
First degree black belt.
How did you even get that, bro? Like, what is that? Is that real?
Yeah, that's for real. It's a Korean art. Yeah, me and my brother we took karate for like 6 years straight. Did the forms, the testing, all that. Dude, we were breaking boards. Yeah.
No.
Do you ever like fight with
way.
somebody?
No, I would love to. I've boxed before. Like, we have gloves at the house that we'll put on and like.
Just box?
I would pay to watch you do karate.
Dude, I was hyped. No, I wasn't hyped. That's not true. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
Really, pretty much
black
the only thing that I would say came out of my like karate
belt?
experience was the ability, like, using my legs as weapons. Like, usually if you're just like you throw punches, like that's how you do it, and like learning how to kick something, like that's a really valuable thing to know how to do.
It is.
Other than that, like, we would spar.
You can get distance out of your legs too. Like if you can keep somebody away from you and like get them with get them with legs.
Yeah. I'll just keep you over there. Like, I don't want you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only
Other than
problem
that-
is that like fights end up on the floor.
They do. Yeah.
It kind of doesn't matter what you do, or like
Eventually
even
they
if
do,
you're
yeah.
even if you're a boxer, like a real fight is going to the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, but that is like that does seem like it's a proper.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we would do like one of my favorite things. We would do. I forget what type of sparring they called it, but there'd be one dude. We'd all have helmets on, and there'd be one dude, and then three others. So you're like, it's me, and then those three, their only job is to like come get you on the ground, and you're allowed to basically just it's only open hand, but you just are allowed to just strike them in the face, and it was so fun because you get like three dudes running at you in the first one, you just like smoke them, and then everyone's trying to get you on the ground, but yeah, that was the only like fighting scenario that they put us into. I don't know. What are you gonna do? And like, I'm 13, 14 at the time. There's only so much you can let a kid like that do. But
That's funny.
it was fun. Yeah.
I kind of want to switch gears with you guys a little bit. Put your thinking caps on.
Okay.
You know, I want you guys to get a little deep here.
We're going deep.
Going deep.
We are going deep. Okay. I just wanted to ask you guys, what life lesson did you guys have to learn the hard way?
Man, I may have had too much whiskey for this.
Going real deep.
I can just kind of tell you firsthand, definitely what we have gone through with Bullstrap, just to be totally honest. Like, I think nobody really truly understands the struggle that you go through as an entrepreneur in trying to figure out how to make a business work. You have to be extremely honest with yourself and honest with the problems that exist to make something work. There isn't any room for pride in business. You have to put a spotlight on the problems to actually be successful and do something like really epic. You have to have a humble posture towards the things that you're doing. And I'm not saying that that's well, what I am saying is that that's not an automatically natural thing to do when you're coming in. I think maybe I had a little bit of experience with it with like coming from EY, but being a business owner is kind of a different thing than like working a job at an accounting firm.
How would you say you learned that the hard way?
I think it's just the amount of risk that you take.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just like until you're kind of in it and going like, wow, we made a mistake on Black Friday and it cost us
a lot,
like this sum of money.
Yeah.
Like, until you go and like, wow, that's just the fact.
And I think people don't realize that everything is on the line. Like, basically, when you do something that's your own, everything's on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't like oh man,
Yeah.
like made an error. It was like, hey, we got like if this isn't corrected, then
Right. And somebody like Robert Kiyosaki, who's, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, basically he filed for bankruptcy I think before he was 30 with his first company that he made a fortune with and then ended up tanking. And I think it's hard for the average person to understand how much is on the line. Maybe I don't even mean it that way. I think it's just like the amount of risk that you take is insane
yeah.
to make something successful.
Well, and you don't, to kind of go on to your point, you can't really understand business risk until you've experienced business risk.
Yeah. And
so, like, in that sense, I guess you learn that the hard way.
yeah. And I would say there's nothing better, actually. Like, for anybody thinking about it, it's awesome.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing,
absolutely do it.
Nothing more
Because
educational
even though there's like a ton of risk involved, what it also does is actually sharpen too. Again, there's no room for pride. Like you have to take a humble posture towards the things that you do. So I think that might be my hot take.
I'd say for me, the thing that I definitely had to learn the hard way was the side effect or the negative impact of procrastination. And I learned that in college during my accounting years. I
thought you were going to say, and I learned that from you.
Yeah. No, I learned that in college. In high school, not tweeting my own horn, but like high school wasn't a big challenge for me. And so I was kind of able to just skate by with like pretty good grades. And a lot of the time I would procrastinate really hard. And got to college, freshman, sophomore year, kind of did the same thing. And then junior year had some like really bad grades just due to my procrastination. And it luckily did not cost me my degree, but like without a big change in my schedule and kind of like a switch around, it might have. And so yeah, that was definitely it's like, okay, I can really quickly ruin what I had planned by procrastinating. So
procrastination can get you like so quickly.
Yeah.
So quickly.
I think it's my dad has a sign on his desk and it just says, "Do it now." Like, just do it now.
I love that.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's like Nike, but better.
Yeah.
Instead of just do it,
Do it now.
do it immediately.
Yeah. Do it immediately.
No, I think that's really good, man. Like I think that's a lesson that a lot of people can learn kind of.
You can learn in a lot of different areas of life. Almost any area of life can teach it to you.
I feel like a lot of times, though, it is like the college stage because, like, in high school, you're just kind of like, whatever. I don't know. For some people, they're like really like they know what they want to do. They know that they need to get good grades for stuff. They're like super dedicated and devoted. But I feel like a lot of people, it's like, okay, now I'm in college and I'm on my own and I'm actually like responsible for myself and what I want to do with my life. And it's like, kind of got to put on my big girl pants now and like do this if I want this. And like, you kind of learn like those sort of lessons. I feel like once you enter the college stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more self-liability.
Mm-hmm.
I also like, I don't know that this might just be because of having been raised by dad.
Yeah.
But like procrastination, not that this is good or bad, like your dad is freaking awesome. I literally, I'm not saying anything good or bad here, but I'm just the only thing that I'm saying is that procrastination was something specifically that my dad hated.
Oh yeah.
And if he saw it in us,
He would.
like, when we would wash the cars, I have a dozen stories of when we would wash the cars, and Gabby and I, my younger brother, would skip over a part or basically would do something half-hearted or half-baked. Mm-hmm. And my dad would come out and inspect every speck of dust on the car. Like, why didn't you see this? Like, how did you not see that?
I mean, That's not quite procrastination.
Yeah,
though.
I think
That's
I
more
think it's
like
more work ethic.
That's
Mhm.
work
And like
ethic and
a
attention to detail.
A job
but I think
well done, more of like if you're gonna do a job, you're gonna do it well type of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's part of it. But then there wasn't like, I guess it was all kind of wrapped into the same category for us, where my dad expected things to be done by a certain way
Sure.
and by a certain time frame. If
Yeah.
you weren't meeting that,
Right.
then
Procrastination falls into that.
It falls into
if,
the bucket,
Yeah. If
yeah.
you procrastinate, you miss the mark that he's
Yeah.
set for
It
sure.
was
but-
definitely getting things done by a certain time, but it was also getting things done well, and that was like the biggest thing. And like
I can't tell you how many times he said attention to detail. That phrase is like ingrained in my memory.
I think with certain personalities can come like certain things. Like certain personalities are more naturally like hardworking and like type A sort of things than others. And I think like you see that in families. Like there's like, oh yeah, these are the hardworking kids and these are the ones that like are a little bit more lazy but more like fun and adventurous and whatever. But I think like just because of the way dad is, like that was one area that was not skipped over on
Yeah.
any of us.
Yeah, did not matter. And it comes with like this is part of what I was trying to say before. Like it's not really a comparison because that comes with its own set of baggage that
Sure.
you have to deal with.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
my dad, like you say, like work ethic, etc. Like my dad's was always just integrity. Like it. I don't. What you do, like the choices you make, that's one thing. But like what you say is going to be what you mean. And like if it wasn't, like that was an issue. Big issue.
Do you guys think you guys are the type of people that learn lessons by watching other people, or do you have to do it yourself to experience it?
Yeah, I definitely have. Yeah, I got to do it on my own.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that I was. What's that saying that's like true wisdom is learning from other people's mistakes and not your own? Mm-hmm. That is extremely difficult. Experience is the best teacher, for sure.
100%.
You can't learn from, not that you can't, but most people don't, including everybody that I know.
Most people don't, but it is like wise to learn from other people.
For some reason,
It's
there's
also
You
like
you got to kind of find the people that you're willing to learn from, though, because like I don't want to learn from a lot of people. Like there's a lot of people, and it's like
but you can learn what you don't want.
yeah,
from other
you
people.
can true. You
So
can
like
learn
you
from
can
everyone.
look at anybody and be like, I want to learn from this person because of the good things, and then you can look at somebody else and be like, I'm learning from this person because this is what I don't want.
Right.
So I think you can learn from anybody.
Sure. 100% agree. For me, I feel like I only learn though from people I want to learn from. Even though that's probably like ignorance on my part and probably not the way it should be. Like unless I'm like, ooh, I want to like learn what you're doing, otherwise I got to learn it myself. Got to dig my own grave type of thing.
I just want to get your guys' opinion because we're adding a woman's touch to this podcast. So there's going to be a little fashion review sometimes. That's just how it has to be. Like,
Okay.
that's just the way it has to be. I want to get your guys' opinions on the outfits that Logan Paul and MayWeather wore during their little boxing fight.
all right. Let's do it.
So Logan's fit was a little yellow shorts with the black details, white shoes.
Great shot, by the way.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is pretty
thank
solid.
you. You're welcome.
The I like Logan's more. They're a little like simpler, I think. I like the yellow. I love. It's funny to me that they both. So MayWeather's got Fashion Nova, and that looks like Logan Paul's also got Fashion Nova.
I would say, like, Logan Paul knows what he's doing more. Like, MayWeather is kind of rocking that old school style,
school,
like,
yeah.
kind of down to his knees look in terms of the shorts. Logan definitely has more of an
In look.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan
The
definitely.
the white shoes too.
Yeah. Yep.
Like he's vibing. MayWeather does not. It's not quite there. He's actually got look at the ankles, or the heel.
Yeah, he's got their Maverick.
They're
What?
sick.
Yeah, that's his company.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of freaking out at that right now. That's
Oh.
pretty sick.
I would bet that those are not.
Yeah, they're
They're not
probably
his
there's
shoes.
something.
Yeah,
they're not his
he's just
shoes, but
branded
he's just
them.
printing. He's
Yeah.
branding them.
As he should.
Yeah, that's cool. Are boxing shoes any different than like wrestling shoes?
I don't believe so. No.
I like the way that MayWeather's shoes, like, from this angle, they almost look like Jordans.
They do, yeah.
Like,
Head
I think
on.
that's so sick. Like, they look like Jordan.
Jordan 1s.
Yeah. Like, but they're boxing
The tassels were a bad call, though.
Yeah, the
like,
tassels
who put
look
tassels
awful.
on them? Yeah.
The tassels look awful. But I do like, the only thing that I don't like about Logan's that I like about MayWeather's is that his shoes, MayWeather's shoes, match his shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Logan has black and yellow and then just white shoes.
But he color blocked it, so he's got white gloves.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
he's
that
got
is
white.
true.
He's got white and black. Like Logan is more coordinated in terms of color. I was just gonna make that comment.
He is more coordinated, but
Also,
I wish
what's-
there was some yellow in the shoes or like
True.
some way that he like tied it in. I hate the color of MayWeather's gloves.
Yeah,
They're awful.
Like
Who made that call? I don't know.
Mayweather did.
Yeah, probably.
He's his own man.
Yeah, they look terrible.
Logan Paul had a wardrobe.
All right.
Vibing. All right, so that is the
that's the
style shot of this podcast.
Fashion review.
fashion review.
Wow.
There we go.
All right, fashion review. I love it. Well, I think that kind of wraps us up.
Yep, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
For sure. This
That'll
was
do it for a certain portion
for
of
certain.
people. If you're part of the BS Society, there's all of these benefits that we're showing on the screen right now. Brrr. There it is. Check it out.
You seriously should. If you watched it this far and you're not a member of the BS Society, like you're doing yourself a disfavor.
Something's wrong.
Should we print here?
disfavor?
A disfavor, yeah. Like you're hurting
Disservice.
yourself. A disservice. So we're gonna be talking about this. This is the new BS Society box that came to all of our members for free this month. We're
Yep.
gonna be talking about this in the next podcast. Yeah, if you're not part of the membership,
Missing out.
you're missing out.
You're going to miss out on new products, new gear, new stuff. And
You're also gonna miss out on the BS Society exclusive part of the podcast, which starts
right now.
right now. So
Peace. See ya.